Well, I want to do an update on my peas in my raised beds. Most of you know about my raised beds. These are fiberglass tubs with the bottoms cut out of them, filled with potting mix and compost and peat years ago. But I want you to look at those peas. I have never seen a prettier stand of peas in my life. I wide rowed these, which means within the tub here, and I'll just use this one as an example, I just sprinkled seed, probably 30, 40, 50 seeds, just, salted in here, randomly put. It's called wide row planting. And I did that with these peas. These are Purplehull. They are about almost 3 feet tall. And I know it's difficult to see that on camera, but that is absolutely the best stand of peas I have ever seen in my life. Now, will they produce? I certainly hope so. Starting to get runners, starting to probably get a bloom or two, not many, but it won't be long. Now let me show you my pintos. Now the pintos are starting to burn out just a little bit. Hot weather, for me anyway, from what I've seen, affects pintos. They don't like the hot weather like peas do, pinto beans. These are improved pintos, and these, by the way, are top pick or quick pick. They call them two different names, top pick and quick pick Purplehulls, which means the peas, they don't make way down here. You don't have to get down in here to pick the peas. They'll make up here on top, and they do. I've used them, picked them before. Planted them before, and they really do make on top. It's pretty cool. You may have a straggler down here, a few, but most all of them make right on top of the plant. So these are improved pintos. They're starting to yellow just a little bit, some of the bottom leaves, because it has been so hot, but they're beginning to bloom. So hopefully, even though it's going to be in the 90s all week this week, hopefully within the next couple of weeks we'll be getting some pintos. These are cream peas, pintos, creams, and these cream peas are probably 2 feet tall. They hadn't done what the Purplehulls have done, but they're up there. They're looking. I'm telling you, I'm just tickled to death. If they make, now if they don't make, it's a whole nother story. But this is my, and I'll tell you what, I'm gonna take you over there and do an update on the back to Eden peas that I planted. Now the back to Eden I planted was not Purplehull, not pintos. It was the cream peas, which are only about half the size. I don't think you can really get the full gist of this, of just how much taller the Purplehulls are. And let me see if I can just kind of show you down under here. When I say I just kind of salted it, you can just see down in there where I, where I just peppered, kind of salted, peppered, whatever. Just placed the seeds in there. Had a good rain last night, and looked like each one of them came up. Now what I did as a test was on this particular row here, I covered the seeds, laid the seeds on the soil, covered the seeds with wood chips, and they popped up about the same time. I showed you that in another video. There was no hesitation on their part to push up through the wood chips, and they came up at the same time. These are planted. There's no wood chips on top of these. Okay, just potting soil, or and then that's got wood chips on it. So these two look exactly the same. I don't see any difference in a soil covering or a wood chip covering. No difference as far as the germination that I could tell. And anyway, so these are done good. Let me run you over there real quick and show you the peas, cream peas, and these do look good. This is again a wide row, just like the others. These do look good, a couple of feet tall, and I'll show you the difference between these and the Back to Eden. But look at that. Let me just back up. That is beautiful stand of peas. 4 feet wide, 50 feet long of solid peas. Beautiful. Hope they make. Now let's go over to the Back to Eden garden. Little surprise over there. So these are the Back to Eden peas, cream peas. And while the other ones are about 2 feet tall, these are about 1 foot tall. So I'm not doing as well here. Could very well be that I didn't get down deep enough when I planted, like some people said, and you know, get down to the soil. I kind of planted them in the compost that is under here, and these chips have been here for a long time, 3-4 years. But I mean, the ones that are up look good, but they're just, I have little clusters that look pretty nice, kind of scraggly, and get to a cluster of real nice ones. Could be that and the other is a wide row. Now, don't get me wrong. It could be that right here I sprinkled more seed. I just did these by hand in the row, and it could very well be that right there I just got almost like a wide row. I've just got a lot more seed there in that row than I do other places. Gonna make some peas, I think. I don't see any reason these won't make. They've got good color. Some of them, getting a little light colored, but some of them dark green and looking good. And I haven't fertilized these. I did just a very probably not even 2 tablespoons per 5 feet or per tub or whatever you want to call it, even a tablespoon per tub on those other ones in the raised bed. I did hit them with a little triple 13, but not very much, because peas don't, you can't do that. You're going to get, if you do too much nitrogen on peas and stuff like that, then you're going to get a lot of top growth. You're going to get a lot of green growth, but not necessarily a lot of peas. So they don't really need the nitrogen is what I'm trying to say. They'll make their own nitrogen, I believe. Anyway, so this is the difference. This is a good garden. This is good soil. If you've known me for very long, you know I have got nothing but red clay, iron ore, gravel, rock underneath. And this is where the wood chips have been for a long time. It's just beautiful. So I have no doubt that underneath that is some beautiful compost. It just may take another year or two for it to really to really compost down to where I like it. Okay, I think I've shown you enough, but man, the other one, these are okay. Don't get me wrong, I'm okay with this, but the other one, shoot, that is nice. And just to make you salivate, I thought I'd show you one more time. So let's just walk down this aisle. I separated some of my baby sheep, so they're bawling. Mamas are bawling, babies bawling. They'll get over it. Fixing to sell all the babies. I mean, I have never seen a stand of peas like this. I do like me some of this. There's the creams. Same thing I just showed you in Back to Eden. These are much better. But again, this is a wide row, so it's going to be thicker. But I don't know why it would be any taller. So I think they're just doing better here. And I covered these, by the way, with wood chips. Covered pintos with the wood chips. Covered all the peas, creams, and pintos with wood chips. And then 1 row of Purplehull with wood chips. So this is it. I'll show you something else in the garden later. My tomatoes and my bush Purplehull cucumbers, bush variety. First time I planted those. I'll show you that in another day or two, I hope. But that's pretty. Cream, pintos, purples, purples. Purplehull. Beautiful. Daggone it, I wish I had a drone. I'd just fly through that mess. I'm getting silly now. We're going.